Alright, today we're going to go over what I have in my garage. So let's start off with the Grom here. What is a Grom? What the hell is this thing? Well, a Grom is a 125cc motorcycle introduced way back 2015, maybe earlier than that. And this is the latest iteration. Yoshi full exhaust, got some crazy Brembo brakes with some wave rotors, more Yoshimura goodies, full suspension by Racing Bros. Stainless steel lines, internal engine mods, including this case cover by Katako, fancy red trimming. This kind of matches my Miata because it's black and red. And this is a factory matte color. I made this little tank pad right here. I shaped it myself because I wasn't happy with any of the tank pads available in the market. The tires are Kenda Quicks. Got all of these things from Steady Garage. Front Brembos as well, new forks, and also new steering stem. So like, not stem, but like the triple tree. Full billet from SMR Racing. Scott's damper, Motion Pro quick turn kit. So this thing actually, it's a quarter turn, probably less for full. And then these lights, Retrofit Source. Retrofit Source offers really like cool products for these bikes, lighting that is. So check this out. So the lights come on. They don't actually flicker like that in real life. That's just the refresh rate with the camera. But check that out, dude. And then when you hit the signals, signals are right here for the motorcycles. They turn amber. Isn't that awesome? If you're clever, you could actually use this on cars or whatever. So awesome. Look at that. So again, that's by Retrofit Source. My friends own that company and they're really cool. Really versed in lighting technology. So if you need some lighting upgrades, hit up Matt at the Retrofit Source. ASV levers right here. I opted for the black and red because the bike is black and red. Fancy covering here by Area 51 for the brakes. And yeah, oh, I got a belly pan here, carbon belly pan. That's from where did I get that from? Steady Garage also. Yeah, Steady Garage. Oil cooler, little K&N intake by Steady Garage as well. Minor little trimmings like this gas cap, the seat cowl, the undertail lights also different. That's not factory because the factory looks ugly as hell. Also driven goodies like the driven rear sets right here, adjustable, and the reservoir for the brakes. So more on that, but I don't want to spend the whole video talking about the Grom. Over here is Nana's Monkey. I bought this for her birthday, and so far it's stock with just the full Akrapovic exhaust, which was like 900 bucks in itself. And the bike was like four grand or some sort. It's a good looking bike. If you like the cruiser stance and the appeal, this is the bike to get. I modified her signals, these guys right here, with the same rings that I use for the Hydron tail. So check this out. Insanely bright. Look at that. Oh, dude. It's crazy bright. And though this bike looks classic, it rocks a lot of modern tech. Pretty cool. Check that out. So if you want the classic look, this would be the bike to get. Lots of monkey features here. See that? ASV levers. These are silver instead of black. And that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna touch this bike because it's Nana's, and she can kind of go over this with you guys. Here's my Cayman. I'm gonna have a separate video on just the Cayman itself, but if you guys followed me for years, I've talked about this car for a long time. Check this out. Here's something really cool. My lighting right now is kind of poopy, but check this out. Oh, it's my wing assembly right there, and that's how it mounts onto the back of the car. And this right here is a carbon fiber hatch from Getty Design. The wing assembly, the uprights right here that you're looking at, designed that with Drew Dayton, and it was manufactured by a good friend of mine, Charleston. Freaking awesome. I couldn't find a wing stand that I liked, so I designed my own, just like everything else, just like the Miata. Up here, you can see the stand mounts onto the upright. What do they call this? I just call it the wing mount. And the wing mount's pretty clean. You don't see any bolts outside. The bolts actually go in between. And yeah, it gives a nice clean look. And then Porsche Intelligent Performance. If you're curious what these lines are, if you look at it from above, it actually spells out Porsche Intelligent Performance. Crazy, right? You can see up there the lines. The windows are all polycarbonate, so even though you see the grid lines right here, I'm not sure if, let me see if I could manual focus here real quick. See those grid lines, a little dot matrix? That's for the heater, but that's actually just printed on there to look like OE, but this is all plastic, basically polycarbonate. Friggin' awesome, and I lost so much weight using polycarbonate windows, front, back, side to side. And yeah, the only bad part with using poly windows, they scratch easy. So I got the hardened versions. It's like the super badass one, but it's not fun. The surface of the poly will scratch easy, so I'm very anal with how I clean it. And right here, see the sliders? The sliders will open, but I can't roll down my windows. Race car problems. And then work wheel M1s right here. This is the 19 by 14, negative like a billion. Insane. Love this wheel. In general, I love work wheels. If I don't make my own wheel, like I did with this car right here, I rock work wheels. And I actually ordered work wheel equipped 40s for the Miata for track use. Right here you can see the rear canards, very DTM-ish, super cool. And the back right here is a very subtle diffuser, not like the Miata. The Miata's pretty crazy. There's so much going on in the back of the Cayman, a lot of machinery that I can't really cut too high, you know what I mean? So even the race cars, the Porsche race cars, they're very simple like this because there's so much going on right there with the engine being in the mid section or in the rear for the Carreras. With the Miata, there's really nothing going on in the back, so you can cut it as high as you want. All right, so before we go into the Miata, we'll just finish off here real quick, show you the inside of this car. Simple. I like to keep this car simple. This pack right here is to absorb moisture because, you know, I haven't driven this car in a while because of COVID. Recaro P1300 GT seats. These are original cup seats. Freaking awesome. And shifter, CAE shifter, and just a signature by Mira-san. Pretty simple interior. Right here, you can see the GMG cage with, again, my, what do you call it, the fire suppression system. I mount them right there on the roll bar because it's fairly easy to access, really. And the the Miata, you can see it back there. This thing doesn't want to focus when it's dark, but there it is. See that? So I love having my fire extinguisher handy. Oh, in the back over here also, I've got the Moton canisters. That's kind of similar to what I have here with the Miata for the AST. AST and Moton are the same company. And there you go. Those are the only two brands that I use on my car. Right here is my old film logo. I just stuck it on there. Like, again, that's a GMG cage. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, really, that I can show you right now without blowing over the time limit here. I'm trying to shoot this thing and have it done in 15 minutes or less. Right here, you can see the 3D printed fender vents, and yes, they do go through. I had to carefully cut that out. It's tricky, to be honest. So that's 3D printed and painted gray. It's Audi gray to match the same gray for the wrap that I used for the splitter, the diffuser, the side extensions, and everything else. Even the Miata rocks that same gray, as you can see right there. So what else? Brakes. Brembo GT brakes. They're the biggest Brembo brakes that you can get at the moment for this car. These are 380 mil. It's insane. Look at that. There's no gap. Big boy 6-4 combo. 6-pot front, 4-pot rear, and tons of suspension mods. I mean, I can't even start listing them, but there's a ton. I spent more money on the suspension on this car than what you see on the outside, so just kind of give you a heads up. If I had a lift, I could show you what's under the car. Let's open up the hood, but before that, check this out. There's a guy in the Midwest who creates these custom pieces, and I told him, hey, can you do an American flag Porsche logo? So he did, and there you go. So let's open the hood and I'll show you what's inside. Inside here you can see the Moton 3-way setup. Pretty badass, huh? I made this plate kind of like a backing plate, and then I routed the lines through the firewall here and then mounted the canisters perfectly right there. Looks pretty good to me, and clean. There's no engine here because this car's a mid-engine car. So that's for the Cayman. Let's talk about the Miata. Obviously, I can go on all night about my cars and my projects, but I'm just trying to show you guys overall view of what I have in my garage. So just a quick summary of each car. Here's my Miata. I just finished installing the Jetstream side skirts. You see right there. Pretty awesome. And obviously I have a video on that. Well, I already released a video by the time you see this, so check it out. The car's not tuned yet. Obviously, it's been sitting on these little platforms because COVID happened, and I'm still working on the outside. Here's my Sheepy built intercooler using a CSF core, and let me grab this light. I'm actually using this ice light. If you guys are curious what kind of light I'm using, pretty good light, really nice output, nice and soft. So we'll walk around the car here real quick. But here's a closer look at the Jetstream side skirts. I added the bottom little molding there to kind of give it that Miata two-tone black bottom look. Little homage to its roots, you know what I'm saying? These are Hydron wheels. These wheels I made and designed. Over here you can see the funky, crazy diffuser. Some people like it, some people hate it, some people love it, whatever. I like it, and I think it gives the car character, obviously, and for functionality purposes, it's gonna be awesome. And it lines up perfectly with my side splitter or extension, whatever. Oh, check this out. Quick look at the Cayman side skirts. Look at that. Lots of things going on here. Very GT500 DTM based. That's what this is gonna be like. So when I have time, I'll finish that off. Inside, you can see the ASC three-way canisters, and right now it's kind of apart. Let me open this door. It's kind of hard to juggle all the lights and everything else. Inside here we got our Recaro Pro Racer Hans SPA Kevlar seats. Yeah, I got my keys just chilling right there. And I'm working on the suspension. I'm working on the tranny right now, so the center console's out because I'm going to drop it. But the interior right now is looking aight. Usually it'd be cleaner, but because I'm working on the car, it's a bit dirty, but it's fine. I've replaced all of these pieces, the doors, the door handles, all these pieces, everything. The hardtop's brand new, straight from Mazda when I got this thing pieced together. We also have a new spoiler, rounded version instead of this straight one. I've always hated this. I collabed with Mira-san, the originator of the Rocket Bunny brand, to create a new spoiler for this car. This is also Rocket Bunny, but it goes by the name Pandem. So they're the same, Pandem, Rocket Bunny, whatever. Taillights. These are the Hydron taillights that I designed. Looking pretty spiffy. Just like every COVID thing, the production's delayed because the machine shops are closed. We'll be working on this once everything opens up again. And check this out. You won't see a lot of Miatas in California with this plate, but this one has it. Other states, it's easier to get that plate, but in California, it's a little tricky and harder. Get closer, look at this diffuser, look at that. Woo! I do have a video on how to make this diffuser, so check it out on my channel if you have time. Wheels, pretty awesome. I'll go deeper into this car as we go during the year, but right now we're just gonna go over it real quick. Butterfly brace from Flying Miata. Crazy beefy. And over here I'm also rocking Flying Miata cannon brace. I'm not sure if you guys could see that back there. The blingy bling bling back there. This diffuser bracket I made, designed with cardboard, really CAD. And this little rod right here we also made. So a lot of things I made because they're not available or I don't like the current designs. Craft square mirrors because people will ask what these things are. And then I also have the matching center mirror right there. What? And then engine wise, I'll show you that in another video because we are already going over our limit and we still haven't talked about my RC cars. So I got my RC cars back there. Those things can go about 80 miles an hour. Kyosho Inferno GT2 VE, Google it. This is my shelf of goodies. So I got my bug stop because spiders like to crawl in the garage and this thing works really good. So if you guys have spider problems, whatever, termites, that works. Torco SR5R is the only oil I use in my cars. So that's including the Cayman, the Miata, and the Integra, and the bikes as well. So the SR5R 540 I use on the Cayman and for the Miata since it's now turboed. But if the Miata wasn't turboed, I'd probably use like a 530. The SX8 stuff right here is more for your daily use. So like the Integra. The Integra uses the SX8 and it's a 530. So if you want a dailyable oil that's not gonna break the bank, SX8. If you want the most baller racing, freaking synthetic racing oil, then the SR5R. It's the price is like double for the SR5R, so it's like $20 a bottle. It adds up real quick. And then the SGO right here, I use this for my diff. So if you need like GL5, GL6, this would be the oil. You wouldn't use this for the tranny, at least not for the Miata, because Miata needs a GL4 So I went with the Motorcraft stuff for that, and this is really good for the tranny. Google it, people love it. Over here, quick detailer. This quick detailer is insane. If you guys need quick detailer, this is it. Go to Chemical Guys. There's a website somewhere in there, or just Google it. But that's the brand, Chemical Guys. Super good. These guys used to produce like the Smart Wax brand, if you guys remember. Go that far back, like 2007, 2008, when Smart Wax was hot. I'm not even sure if they're alive anymore, but kind of gives you an idea of how long I've been in this industry. And behind this, I got my Honeydew. This is my foam soap for my foam gun. I actually bought a foam gun the other day, and I can't wait to use it. It's supposed to be pretty good. We'll see. And, you know, antifreeze. I just buy generic because I don't know better. Pretty much it for that rack. I put this guy back. And over here, this is my I need to install rack. So if I need to do installs, I just slap them on here. So I got my S2000 button accessories right here. I got some electrical goodies here for my defroster, for my rear defroster, right? So when you do a hardtop with a rear defroster, you need to make sure you buy the OE switches and relays to make sure that they work properly. So there it is. I bought all the OE wiring, all the OE relays and stuff because I want to do it right. This is my stack of license plates spanning back a good while since I started driving. Pretty cool. I'm going to put up on my wall one of these days. Over here is an empty box, hardware box. And I'm going to have a hardware video coming out soon. And behind this, kind of an example of what I got. Just random hardware that I use for the car. I got 3 boxes like this. And all of the overstock hardware goes in here. And I have over $2,000 worth of hardware because I hate waiting to get stuff, so I order everything in bulk. I keep them because I know I'm going to use them. Over here is an example of the hardware that I use. So everything that I need on the go goes in here because, well, I want to make sure that it's ready to go. I don't have to go through that big box. So this is your typical M6 bolt. So M6 would be like the 10mm bolts that you remove everywhere on a Miata or whatever car you're working on. See that? Unless you have like a domestic. So I got different kinds here. I got these guys that are M5s, button heads, M6 button heads, M6 cap heads. See the difference in the head? The button heads are more likely to strip, but they're more low profile, so if I use it, I usually put those like under the splitters right there. See that? Because they don't catch the if you do like scrape them, it just rolls over. The caps, if you use that under the car, it might catch and cause you problems later. So this box is my go-to box. If I need to go to the back, I just take this whole thing and then wrench. Back here, brake fluid bleeder, the best. You just need a compressor and basically connect it and then suck the brake fluid. Got that from Harbor Freight, super cheap. My impacts and my tools. This is basically all my tools right here to build a car. Everyone needs a freaking shop vac and everyone needs a vise. That's a 6-incher vise. And over here, quickly show you my new shipment of hardware. This, I'm gonna do a quick video on this later, but basically, oh, I found my wallet. I've been looking for this stupid thing. Restock, all different size M6s, as you can see. So M6 by, 35, 40 mil, 50 mil, couple inches to the shorties right here. These are like 1 inch. So I'm gonna do a video on my hardware later, but this is just a quick tour of my garage. Can you guys remind me my wallet's right there. Over here is my Husky compressor. This is a 30-gallon. It does everything I need to do for my general work here, really. And then I just got this Craftsman freaking pressure washer with a Honda motor. So awesome, dude. It's 190cc. That motor is bigger than these two bikes because these are 125s. I should probably just motor swap it. But it comes with different outputs right here. You can see right there what it does. And it works really fucking good. I used it to clean my tranny, which is right here. This tranny used to be black and nasty. Nasty, but check that out. Look how clean that is. Clean. Inside here in the bell housing, it was nasty. I can say nasty. But now it's nice and perfect. And also, this guy, I finally mounted on here. This is the IRP OMGMIATA collab. So if you need a cool short shifter that's tall, and it's tall because if you have your hand on the wheel, you shift, it's literally right there. You know what I'm saying? So steering wheel is right here, you shift, it's right here. Steering wheel, shift. Instead of reaching down for it, you know, this is the reason why they made longer handles, just like sequential shifters. It kind of makes it look like a sequential shifter. The original color for this is black. So if you go and Google IRP Miata shifter, you'll see that Burstcraft is an importer for these things. They only have black. I'm the only one that offers it in polished. So we're going to be producing about 20 pieces. And if you are interested, shoot me a DM on my OMGMIATA Instagram channel, and I'll add you to the group buy. We're going to be doing a group buy on this. It's going to be around $450 a piece, which is insane because if you buy the black one, it's $500 and something. So you save 50 bucks, you get the cooler finish, and it's limited because we're only making about 20. So that is the garage tour. Oh, if you're curious what lights I'm using, I got these LED lights from Home Depot. That's pretty much it. My barbecue's right here. I'm using this low pro jack that I got on Amazon. Check it out. That's the brand. Super awesome. It goes about 3-inch. And that's pretty much it, guys. This is my garage, and hopefully I didn't waste your 30 minutes.